What is up? It's that time again. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing great. Let's see here. Let's see who came in. Pointing around. Welcome, welcome. We are still promoting UK Medic and Cable Company. Cable Company, he's still recovering, but he's at home now, so that's a good thing. And we are also promoting our members, and our members are Digging It Back, UK Medic, Supreme Geckos, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, Sherry Lynn Madcat, Trot Legs and Stings, Mary Giggs, Smitty SOE Gaming, The Stock Explorer, Brandon Gaming, Lost and Finding, Falcon Fan 73 Gaming, PTF Stacking, Moonlit Darkness Gaming, Leon Layton, Karina Thomas aka Triple Hot Mess, Janice Ardent, Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting, Incognito Metal Detecting, Davis Crimson Supporters 2, Slewfoot Slim, Chester Racing, Davis Crimson Gaming, Karen Utz, Juka Ovaskin RC, Canadian Diamond Dot Witch, Ryan 222 Graph, Biscuit Gaming. Those are our members. Go check them out. If you like what you see, you know what to do. So, how's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing great. Yeah, see, Tupac says, I'm here. Yes, you are. And also, we have our family and friends list is Coining Around, My Animal House, Spider Mom, Mark the Spider Guy, Sherry Lynn Matcat, James Gype, Samantha Gype, The Stock Explorer, John Paul, Brooklyn Chick, Polka Rossi, UK Medic, and we have from the Philippines, MDT, from Hong Kong, we have Tita Chin, and from, let's see, and then we also have Stories Lost and Find, and we have Wally from Supreme Geckos. Those are our, I'm almost forgetting Percy, and his is the Mercian Metal Detecting, and he's from the UK. Those are our family and friends. Go check them out. If you like what you see, you know what to do. We are going to work today. I will be on here for about 45 to 50 minutes. Driving to work. Welcome, welcome. Let's see who came in. Just Kayla Boo. What's up, Kayla Boo? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing great. She's a gamer. I did notice what you were talking about, Tupac. I saw another live where they had the chat names were their handles and not their regular name that they put on afterwards. So I guess they're doing another beta test, probably, is what they're doing. Sorry I didn't join your movie thing. I was really busy yesterday at work, so I didn't really get a chance to do much but work. Watched a couple of videos and that's about it. Some live streams, but nothing much more than that. Yep. Alrighty, our live stream is now vertical. Yesterday I ended up doing a vertical because I don't know what happened. I just messed up and didn't do the right thing. And it was a vertical live stream. I don't like them because then the chat will disappear and you cannot go back and read the chat on that. So that's why I don't really like that. So also check out my post for and later on Tupac at 3:45 will be going live. It's Coining Around channel. So go check him out. Go have some fun. You might win some free stuff. You never know. What's up, Corner Clubhouse? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing great. Yep. Alrighty. And I'll probably be doing a gaming live stream and showing off the new tanks I got. Got 2 new free tanks from the tank game. I finished an event. One has a giant spider on top of it. The other one has a bunch of moss. It's the bog. Has some eyes in the front, right where the cannon is. I might switch the display, the one that shows inside the garage, to the spider tank. Because we gotta have the spider tank in the tank garage. Yeah, the tank, there's 10 levels of the tanks, and the spider one is a level 9. They said they're going to bring in maybe level 11 tanks now. I don't know, we'll see. Trying to get people more into the game, I guess. We will see. Welcome, welcome. Get in the other lane. Oh, wait a minute. There's cars coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move over. Gonna have to move over again. Got some cars coming. Cars are coming in. Yep, yep, yep. And then the good news is my mom's at home now. My nephew's at home now. Everybody's is better now. Yeah, she was there since August and barely got out this week. She came home this week. She's a little weak, she can't stand on her own, so she needs to exercise more and get that strength in them legs. Being in the bed for 2 months almost, it's not good. Your body has to learn how to walk again and kind of, from being just laying there. I remember I was in the hospital for like one time when I was little for about 2 weeks, and they wouldn't let me get out of the bed. I would just go pee in a potty in one of those urinal thingies and one of those bedpans and piss in a bottle. But then the first day I had to put my feet on the ground. Oh my God! It felt like somebody was poking my bottom of my foot with needles, because it's so strange. Your feet aren't used to putting any weight on them, and it was like, oh my God! I was like, what the heck? So I can imagine being in a bed and not getting up for like 2 months. Yep. Some kind of bike on the right side there. Oh, it's some girl. She's a bike riding. Uh-oh. Car's overheating or something. Hopefully it's not on fire. Oh, man. It's smoking a lot. Something busted. Probably a hose or something. Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. Oh, maybe that border patrol will stop. They usually carry fire extinguishers and stuff like that. He'll call for help. Yeah, I don't carry one with me. They say you should, carry a fire extinguisher. But it looked like a hose, it looked like steam more than anything, I think. I don't know. It was kind of like blue smoke. Who knows? Never know. Well, when I come home, well, they probably already would have towed it. But they'll probably, if it caught on fire, it'll be a burn spot on the road, right where it was at. That's not good. Hopefully she doesn't have kids, Got to get the kids out of the car, especially if it might be catching on fire or something. I mean, it wasn't no black smoke. It was kind of like, steam, kind of water. Maybe the engine might be shot then if she kept pushing it. That's the thing, is if you start seeing stuff coming out of your car, you should pull over, turn it off immediately. Don't keep running it. Try to pull over as fast as you can and turn it off. Yeah, one time I had a car that was overheating, so if you got a car that's overheating, best thing to do is to try to cool it down is turn on the heater. Even if it's hot outside, turn on your heater inside the car. That'll help it cool down even more, through the heater core, cool down the water more, the engine more. But you need to pull over as soon as you can. Yeah, I had an older Corolla. Anytime we went up the mountain, went toward San Diego, we had to turn the air conditioning off and turn the heater on because it was already too old, too many miles on it. I mean, it had 150,000 on it. Then I gave it to my son when it had 170,000. And I think he, by the time he ended up with, he put another 25,000. So yeah, I think it died like at 175, I think. But Corollas last a long time, as long as you maintain them and nothing goes wrong. And that one was a 2009. I've had three Toyotas, Corollas, 2009. No, it was. I'm sorry. It wasn't 2000. It was a 1999. That's right. I remember. It was a 1999 Toyota Corolla. Then I got a 2009, and then 2017 was the last one. Now I got the Toyota 4Runner 2023. So Sunday, it's 90 degrees outside, guys. 2:31 in the afternoon here in sunny California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on. Why are we slowing down? Gotta pass the semi. Come on. You can do it. Vamonos. I'll get in the other lane. He's going fast enough. Once he doesn't go fast enough, then I'll pass him. Well, right now he is going fast enough. What's up, Percy? What's up? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing great. Welcome, welcome. How's the UK weather? The metalheads is what he says all the time. Welcome, metalheads. I don't know, Percy, were you ever in a rock band? I think you were. Because I think you play the guitar, don't you? You were probably in a rock band, huh? Yeah, I haven't seen you go live in a while. I know you were having health issues and family issues. I know how that goes, man. Yeah. In August, my mom was in the hospital, and I had to go visit her. She's doing good. Now she's at home. But, yeah, she's doing good. She's at home now. They finally released her this week from being in the hospital like the last 2 weeks of August. Until now. So yeah, she was in there basically 2 months. 2 months in the hospital. Yeah. We almost lost her. She was doing bad. She got, she got a bunch of problems with her. She had water in her lungs and all kinds of issues. Couldn't breathe. They had her pump like 90% oxygen almost all the time. Now she kind of breathes pretty much on her own. She has an oxygen tank just in case, but yeah, she's doing much better. I just saw her yesterday. I called her and did a video chat. Yeah, for 2 months. I went to visit her on August. I was over there. In fact, I was visiting her on my birthday. I was over there, and then I told her, I go, what do you how you doing? She wasn't doing great. She could hardly talk. Yeah, she was in bad shape. Luckily, she is much better now. Now she just needs a little bit of exercise, rehab. My sister's going to be doing the rehab at home. I think they're going to be probably a nurse coming, I think twice a week. I think they usually come. He's got a Bronco. So he's driving a Chevy. And he's pulling a Bronco on his trailer. I don't know. Shouldn't you be pulling a Bronco with another Ford? Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, one time when I was coming to work on that curve, the car went straight. He was in the dirt over there. I was like, oh, somebody fell asleep at the wheel. Either that or he was drunk. But I mean, he probably didn't, at least he didn't hit anybody. He ended up on the dirt. Well, this guy's going the speed limit at least. Don't have to pass him. Guy's trying to pass him. The guy behind him is pushing him. It's like, don't tailgate people. Yeah, she's going to be 87 this year. 87, my mom, so... She said, God told her, said, you going back. It's not your time. We left it in God's hands. It's like, if it's her time, it's her time, we told her, because they ask you those questions, do you want us to try to revive her if she goes, they're gonna have to break her ribs and give her compressions and shock her and all that. It's like, come on. And then for her to end up like a vegetable, with machines keeping her alive, that's not a life. If I'm gonna die, let me die, as they say. Like, give her medications, whatever it takes to get her better, and that's what they did. And they were all amazed. They're like, oh my God, jeez, she's doing better. They kept lowering the oxygen, because she was like getting even headaches from all the, the pressure of the oxygen, pumping oxygen into her lungs. But it has. She had to get fluid. She wasn't. Even her kidneys were shutting down. They weren't doing good. They weren't. Kidneys. They get all the fluids out of your body that like in your lungs, in your heart, anything that's where there's fluids that's not supposed to be there. The kidneys will get it out, through your veins and stuff, and get everything out of there. And my mom has been through so many operations. I don't know how many. I know she had gallstones removed. With the gallstone, they removed the gallstones and the gallbladder. Gallbladder. They removed the gallbladder and removed. She had like 20 or 30. I thought it was 21, but she says it was more than 21. I don't know. I remember her showing them to me. They were in a little jar. They gave them to her from the hospital. Yeah, they gave us the stones. They look like the ones you go in the ocean, and they're all nicely polished and shiny. You could probably make a necklace out of make a necklace or something out of them. Get them polished. They're stones. They're virtually your body. I guess I don't know where the gallstones come from. I know they used to say that if you drank a lot of soda, you'd get gallstones. I don't know. Some stones you can pass, if they're small enough, when you urinate, they'll come out that way. It's painful. I think I might have had one time because I was like a while back. I was not feeling good, like a lot of pressure, like right where your gallbladder is. And then I'd go and I wanted to go urinate, and I hardly would urinate, not very much, and I hadn't eaten anything all day, but I drank a bunch of orange juice, and anything acidic, I guess, like they say if you drink pineapple juice, you can dissolve it. It'll dissolve it, and you can pass it. A lot of my uncles have done it with pineapple juice, the big cans of pineapple juice. You drink 2 of those and pretty much it's going to dissolve it, and you're going to pass it. And so I think the orange juice probably dissolved enough of it to pass it, because then I went to urinate, and it was like, oh my God. And then it looked like not regular color, the urine, so it must have came out, and it was funny because we were at some outlets that opened up, and my wife, my mother-in-law, my wife, and my kids were there, and they're shopping. She saw all these new outlets that they had, the Coach and the McClure, Levi's, and all these, shoe stores and stuff like that. And then so I'm telling her, oh man, babe, I'm feeling sick, oh, you just don't want us to shop, you just don't want us to keep shopping, you're like, you wanna mess our fun up. I go, no. I go. So I sat down a couple of times on a bench there that they had, and I was like, oh man. And then I mean, I was like feeling, kind of like, nauseous, and I wasn't feeling good. But then once it passed, and then I told her, I go, well, you know what? She's all, oh, you're lying. You're just lying. You just want to. I go, well, I don't know. And then I had to work the next day, so I go, I don't know if I'm gonna have to call off, because I was, if I'm start bleeding, more, that's not good. I said, well, I'll drink a lot of liquid. I didn't have to go until the afternoon, so I said I'll just drink a lot of liquid and see how I do tonight. Go if I go to the bathroom, because I didn't want to go to the ER, spend all that time in the ER, and then to find out that I'm good, nothing's wrong. It was just a stone. I passed, and that's it. I didn't have an infection or anything like that. So it's like, okay. And it was like, I don't know. I mean, my pain tolerance is pretty high, so maybe I just, maybe that's why it wasn't so painful. I don't know. Plus, I think I was also on medications, for other medical issues, So maybe that's why I didn't feel anything either. But, hey, those things are painful, I heard. It's almost as, I think it's almost as bad, or I don't know if it's worse than childbirth. But, depending on the size of the stone, Because can you imagine that thing? One of the stones is coming out and then it gets stuck. You're like, oh shit, no. And that's sometimes what happens, when you get one of those gallbladder stones. The stone covers up where the urine comes out, and then you can't urinate. So they have to stick a catheter in to move the stone out of the way, and then that way they can relieve you from that. But it's still, they can give you medication to try to dissolve it also. And then you have to pass it. But yeah, thank God I've, so far, I'm 64, things start breaking down. Never know. One Piece, what is up? Welcome. Yes, we're on our way to work again. Almost there. A couple more minutes, and I'll be reading the chat. See who came in. Yeah, next year I will have to be going. I'm probably going to have them operate on my eyes, cataracts. Or else I'll have to retire. No more working. Unless somebody can drop me off at. Well, the only thing is I have to drive I would have to drive at out here, or the other place I don't have to drive, because over here I still have to drive the company vehicle. I wouldn't be able to drive the company vehicle. No license. I can't pass the test. But they say once you get it, you can see really good. No more glasses. My mom, she got hers done when she was in her 80s. Now she can see perfectly. Doesn't need any glasses. She's got better vision than me now. She's going to be 87. The only thing is she never drove. She never drives. Yep. Yeah, speed limit here is 25 miles per hour. So we gotta drive slow. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we don't have to wait for a train. The trains are coming down the track. Yeah, that other day when I got pulled over, there's two sheriffs. You know, they were bored. They said, "Let's go after this guy." But they were nice. They were nice. They didn't give me a ticket. They just said, "Slow it down." I mean, I thought the speed limit was 40. You know, I don't want to break the law. Break the law. And then right here it's 35. You got a little beauty face. Do. There we go. We made it over the tracks. We'll have to wait for the train. I guess the road is still messed up, probably going that way. Haven't driven that way. I know the road washes out sometimes over there. It's when you can't cross here if the train's blocking, which it has sometimes. I've had that issue. Had to go around, and yep. All right, let's see who's in here. Who's in here? Who's in here? What's up, Annie? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Got Tupac running around. I'm here. A bunch of emojis. And we have Kayla Boo. Say hello, Moon. Happy weekend. How we doing? Yeah, I am doing all right. Cooking dinner. Dinner. What's for dinner? Yummy, yummy. Hey, going around. I love chicken. Chicken, yummy. Yeah, we're gonna be getting a Raising Cane's here pretty soon, so I'm gonna have to try that one out. Corner Clubhouse. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Mercy, the Mercy and metal detecting. What's up, Percy? Blue skies over Miami. Well, over California, yes. Yeah, nothing but blue skies today. Keep well, Moon buddy. Hi to the chat. Yes. Hi, Mercian. Tupac says. California Uber Allies. Great song by the Dead Kennedys. Super strong lady. Yes, my mom is a strong lady. She raised us pretty much because my dad was never around. He showed up every once in a while. He was a truck driver. Yeah. Enjoy your trip. Yes, thank you, thank you. One Piece. And welcome, welcome, One Piece. Annie, what's up, Annie? Howdy, howdy. Steffens. I remember a commercial. Jack Steffen. So, everybody, I'm always live every Saturday and Sunday at 2:15 p.m. going to work, and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. So, if I run errands on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. and go to work on Saturdays and Sundays on road trips. So, everybody, don't forget to hug your loved ones, and don't forget to say hello to your mama, because you never know, guys. And everybody, go check out Coining Around. He'll be live in about 45 minutes. He'll be live here coming up, and we'll have some fun over there. So thank you all for coming in, everybody. Bye-bye.